Just the one assignment to the computer. They have to like get all the login checks. That way, it's fully worse. They finally got all of that, but I never get mapping, but. That's online.
This was the way it goes. It is. Following. They packaged it. So here's story and that's together. Just there. They say the problem there is starting to be problems. So had to actually read the words where actually did. That's all they can show it. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll say the same thing.
Repeat to check it. If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, but it just,
Yeah. That's a good idea.
It's true. It's really true.
I use that.
So we recording.
Yes, we are.
Just one that missed that day.
Get it back.
It's moving good. Hey, then we will. Little hearing. In the planning commissioner's office. 1:30. Thursday the 11th. Go. This hearing will be for following items which were noticed as required by law. We're supposed to register on the 22nd of November. And this will be published the same day. First on the agenda will be the rezone request by Kory Bingham on behalf of Michael Rockwood for a land use map amendment to the urban residential to industrial. And the remainder will be area impact hearings for the city of Ammon, city of Iona, city of Ucon, city of Ririe, city of Swan Valley, and the city of Irwin. And these public notices will be part of the record. In addition, all the minutes and notes from all previous planning and zoning meetings hearings related to these issues make part from the record for this hearing. If there's any disagrees with that. Okay. With that, Michelle.
Yeah.
Love you.
All right, thank you, Michelle Hagan with Bonneville County Planning and Zoning. So the applicant is Kory Bingham on behalf of Michael Rockwood. The property is 0.571 acres located at 2855 East Lincoln Road, East 25th East. The property is located within the area of impact with the city of Ammon. The application is a request to amend the comprehensive plan land use map. The property is currently designated as urban residential, and the request is to change to industrial. The adjacent land uses are urban, residential, and industrial. The property is zoned RA1. The adjacent properties are zoned RA1 and I and M1, or I and M2, sorry. The property is currently developed with a single family dwelling. The adjacent uses include residential and industrial uses. The comprehensive plan has compatibility decisions that should be considered in all map amendments. These include looking at the adjacent uses, as well as determining if the proposed change would create undue concentrations of uses which would destroy living quality, congest thoroughfares, or overload public facilities. The proposal must consider protecting the adjoining uses and lot compatibility qualities. It needs to be determined if this area is more appropriate to be designated to allow the industrial land use designation as requested or remain urban residential. The Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing on October 22nd, 2025. And they recommended to approve by a 6-1 vote of the land use map amendment from urban residential to industrial. They're with 4 conditions. 1, landscaping along the arterial road of Lincoln Road. 2, comply with requirements from Public Works regarding entries to the property. 3, buffering is required along neighboring properties in the form of a physical buffer, not just landscaping buffer, to address safety concerns or a sound barrier to the neighboring homes. And then plating is required. The planning and zoning finding of fact was included in your hearing packet. The finding summarizes the public hearing with P&Z. We did receive testimony from the public, mainly from the residents in this neighborhood. There was discussion regarding the industrial land use designation and what potential zone would be an option for the stated use. We need to keep in mind that amending the land use map will not allow for another amendment for 6 months. Also, a subsequent rezone would be required if the land use map amendment is approved. Do you have any questions for me today or now?
I don't have any questions.
One related to, this is is this adjoining where we had back had we widened driveway, make access for the properties behind it, and then he was supposed to gate that, which didn't ever happen. And is this the house next to this beginning of what's left of the sugar factory?
So it is what's the sugar factory is there, and it's the house on the end.
Right.
I am not familiar with that situation of widening the access or Doyle Beck being involved with that. I'm not familiar with that.
This probably was the driveway next to it. It was the emergency to put a gate across, and we had to get this done, so we put a gate there, and we probably don't have a gate there 4 years later, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Just making sure I knew which house this was.
Okay, you're the first one that's mentioned that, so that situation. So we always learn more.
Okay, that's all.
Okay.
You have anything you want to add?
Sure.
We don't have anybody online. So, and I believe.
Yes,
Gentlemen here are here for this. Yes.
Yes, I
Unless
actually,
one of you wants to speak against it,
No.
it would make it, you know.
it's yeah. Okay, we just met.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Kory Bingham. I actually own that property now. When we started the process, Michael Rockwood owned it, and through planning and zoning, they just said that that's the way we had to proceed with it, so I now own it, so.
Address for the record, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, all right.
You want me to go?
Name and address, you're fine where you are.
Okay.
Speak up.
Kory Bingham, 4898 Rockwood Avenue.
Thanks.
Iona.
Okay.
So, that's, I don't know, that's, I didn't want to testify before. If you have any questions for me about it,
Nope, I read through the testimony and saw what you hope to plan to do.
yes.
It grows up. I don't have any questions. Anybody in opposition, no one online? Then if planning and zoning doesn't have anything else, we will take this under advisement and issue a written finding. That's Christmas coming up. Does that mean it's gonna be 2 weeks or 3 or?
I
Gonna get it
have no idea right now. And we'll get it as soon as we can, but I
Generally,
sure
it's about 2 weeks.
try to do 2 weeks, no longer than a month.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Let me stay for the record.
Please.
I will be voting on this. I am acquainted with Mr. Bingham. We've known each other for about 30 years. We were students, neighbors, and friends at University of Idaho. We were both students, which you can now see is many years ago. But that will not influence my decision.
Which class reunion is coming up doesn't?
He ended up being a dentist, so dentists and lawyers don't cross that off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
Okay. That.
Thank you.
Thank you for fair enough.
Thank you.
Pretty glad you made it here.
Say that again. Sorry.
You're free to leave, and I'm glad you made it here.
Oh, thanks. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. That will move on to the,
and take nearly as much time as it did during planning and zoning.
They've done all the heavy lifting.
Yes, they did.
oh,
They did.
should have Michelle come to your, when you there's those areas. Move on to this, City of Ammon's area of impact.
Shell Hagen, so this is, a few years ago, we revised the Ammon area of impact with the new state law. We need to reaffirm or update the agreement. There were some minor changes that the city of Ammon wanted to do. We changed that in the ordinance. There was no changes to the map, but it was still complied with growth within, or realistic growth potentially within 5 years. And that's the document before you today.
Do you know what, Michelle, do you know if our area of impact maps are updated and current on our GIS map page?
I believe they are. They're supposed to be. I know Ammon's is updated. Also for the record, we did send out this, the state statute just saying, send the city the notice 30 days prior to the hearing. We did comply with that. We did hear back from Cindy Donovan with the city, just wanting to confirm that the changes that she had wanted were there. And so she confirmed that, and it's the document before you today.
Okay. One here to speak in favor of or opposition of? Online, no. That we will take it under advisement and I didn't state,
You can make an action.
what's that?
You can
Oh,
do an action item with this. You don't
Okay.
have to do a finding
okay.
for
I-
these.
In that case, we'll entertain a motion.
We have a resolution drafted for each one of them, so I would make a motion to accept ordinances, I should say, ordinance 271-25, ordinance 272-25, ordinance 273-25, 274-25, 275-25, and 276-25 for the cities of Ammon, Iona, Ucon, Ririe, Swan Valley, and Irwin, which will in effect show that we have reviewed these comprehensive plans.
The area of impacts.
And
Okay.
sorry, the area of impact, not the property. So I would make a motion to accept those.
I would second that motion. All in favor? Aye.
I think that's fine for just grouping them all in together. So,
Okay. Well done. I have to like give you a standing ovation, because when I walked in the door and took office, I've been told that for 10 years they've been trying to update area impact maps. And to see this done and then see them updated current again is very rewarding.
Your standing ovation might be a little pretty.
yeah, some of them,
there's-
Ucon, I mean, just so you understand that Iona, we reached out to try to reaffirm or make some more updates to the last version in 2023, and we never got more feedback from them on some of those changes. So we will be tweaking that a little bit. And there,
I expect there's.
so there's that one I expect. I know I've met with the previous Yukon mayor and he hadn't had any, thought that there was a need to update the map at all. We never got the feedback on the language, so we just reaffirmed the existing agreement so it doesn't expire. And so we will be updating that probably with the new format that you see in a couple of the others. And that will be coming back. Ririe is sufficient. We updated that. The map is the same as it has been. The mayor had no problems with the area of impact. Swan Valley and Irwin are kind of a little bit different. I know Austin tried to reach out multiple times. I see as you grinning, and we were not able to get feedback at that time. I've since talked with them. Are you from Swan Valley? Ririe, okay. Did you want to have some comment on Ririe?
I really appreciate you
I
attending.
didn't know you were going to put them all together.
We're happy.
Well, we're happy to separate Ririe if you want to talk about it.
Actually, I'm here to speak pro for what you've done. We wanted the county commission to know that the planning and zoning works well with Ririe, and we appreciate the notifications. And the fact that we have some say, we do much better than Jefferson County. We're one of those cities that has the unfortunate privilege of being split two counties. So we deal with different entities when we look at planning and zoning. I'm the chairman of the Ririe Planning and Zoning Commission. Do you need my name for record?
Yeah.
Fardell Hayes, 439 First West Ririe.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Speaking to tell you that we appreciate the work that's put into it. We appreciate working with Bonneville County.
Thanks so much for coming. You can see your.
But no, Ririe, I'm saying what I keep saying. I was gonna say, I expect that to be one that we see unexpected growth occur in.
We already see things, nothing's come before planning and zoning, but to give you an idea, Jefferson County shrunk our area of impact and then approved a 50 home subdivision just outside of it. So that's the difference in working with Bonneville County, and Jefferson County. They
It was
have a city just
That right on the county line road?
no, it's out the Archer Highway in our contribution zone, our water contribution zone. So that's why we like Bonneville County. They're a lot more upfront with this.
Okay.
That's after my time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate that. We
I saw
appreciate
the
you.
your Maverick more than I do any of the other Mavericks.
Let me know, I'll buy you a drink.
Thanks.
Michelle Hagan again. And so Swan Valley and Irwin, I did finally talk with the attorney that is helping them because, I want to say Tyrell, but I don't think that's right. He's been, regardless, we're going to be revisiting the map and the language and updating it. In the next 6 months. I hope we can get through that in more, because he acknowledged that he had not been responding to Austin. And Jay Rice, the handles planning, he said that he doesn't really understand area of impacts, and he turned it over to the attorney, is how he had indicated. Or.
I will say that I think we'll have better engagement with the new mayors.
Okay. I hope so. I mean, we like to get their input and their feedback rather than just doing it all on our own.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's probably true to Swan Valley's in there.
Okay. Then, and same with Ucon. I know, their previous mayor, he resigned for health reasons, and so it's where.
One of the IFPD officers is going to be on our city council now.
Oh, okay.
Gone.
Good. So we're done, let's adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, like to do that, I'll second it, we're gonna get that. It's third, so we're.